stand up any way you like to stand up and meet me with your feet somewhat wide, facing the direction that you can see. So I did this experiment with my Hatha yoga class yesterday, and it's a little challenging because if I'm in the room with you, I can actually see where your hips are a little more clearly, and I can give you not just a verbal adjustment, but a physical adjustment. So this requires more on your end in terms of trying to sense what I'm talking about. Well, let me just show you from behind. So warrior two is never going to look like a warrior one. See, my hips are facing forward. My stance is shorter, so I've got this clean bridge. What happens in warrior two is you start to tilt out. But if you over tilt, you lose the power of your back hip to your front leg. So it becomes a challenge, because when most of us start to take warrior two, we turn the back foot out too much. We turn this hip out, and you know that you're doing it a little incorrectly because you'll always have your front knee fall in. The knee will have to, because the back hip is pulling you out. So it's finding this internal rotation, which is why I had us do this. And some of you can't quite do that. That's challenging. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to find the idea of the back leg turning in to support. And then the opening becomes a twist again. The opening really happens more through the torso. So we're going to start with our legs wide. I'm already tired and annoyed. Start with your legs wide. Hands to hips. Turn your left foot in and turn your left heel out. Look how much I shifted there. I did a big shift. Now turn your right foot to the short end of your mat. Let your torso go with your body, because this will help you feel the hips shift back. Now bend your right knee. And if you feel like your entire pelvis is kind of helping you lunge, you're probably closer to what I'm talking about. Now my chest is facing forward, more like warrior one. So I'm going to open it up. Warrior two. Head back. Fantastic. Yes, don't be so caught up in what you've heard about where your feet should be. Just kind of let your feet go where they need to go to facilitate this feeling of the center of you, this big pelvic region really supporting you. Come up, straighten both legs, really nice. Turn your right leg in. And when I turn my right leg in, it's not just my foot that's turning. Look at this part of my body. The whole thing turns in. Not worrying about what's happening here yet. I'm just like finding the turn, the spiral. Then I turn my left foot out, and in essence, this is turning now, everything's turning now to the left. I feel the power of my back hip kind of helping me, and then I bend the knee deeply. Really good, really good. Then I turn my chest back to the long side of my mat. Usually you have to reach out through your back arm more energy. Yes, Laura, that's exactly right. That's it. Even more, Jack, you could go one notch back through your right arm. But yes, just, I'm being picky. That's it. Feel the pose. Come back up. Turn both feet forward. So we're back to wide-legged forward fold. Heel toe your feet about 2 inches further out. Like you want to feel like, this is too wide. Just a hair, just a smidge too wide. I rarely make you guys do warrior two full out because it's hard and it's a little overrated and it's hard, tricky. Turn your left foot in. Notice how it doesn't want to turn in as much now. So you might have to turn your toes in and then kind of turn your heel out. Then turn your right leg all the way back. It's going to feel less steady because we've got more space. I keep my hips facing this direction. Then I bend my right knee deeply. Then I have to squeeze my hips in a little bit, especially this front one. And then I turn my chest open. So I want to say new and improved warrior two, but I don't want to shame your first warrior two. I'm going to say deeper warrior two. Deeper warrior two. Now just 2 more breaths. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, navel in. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, navel in, and come up. So we don't overstay our welcome. We're going to build strength over time. All right. Turn your right toes in. Turn your right heels out. Feel the shift. Turn your left toes to the back of the mat. Feel your pelvis helping you here. Lunge deeply. I almost feel like I could go a little deeper now because I'm getting it. My body's getting it. Now I've got this turn. I feel strong in my stance. You're working your legs, even though we haven't added the torso. We still got this nice, long held warrior two. Open your chest. You have this. Refine. Pull your left hip in, just right here. Just kind of lift out of the seat without losing the depth of the pose. Pull your right arm back, and then just 2 more breaths. So we're in it for about the same amount of time. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, lengthen to spine. This is what I love about the Tuesday practice, is that we have that time and stillness to refine. We're not just jumping in and out of the poses. Lift everything up. Now turn all 10 toes forward. Easy inversion. Wide-legged forward fold.